Hello viewers out there, my name is Henry, CEO of HenroidFX Academy. I welcome you to today's Forex technical analysis, and by the grace of God, I want to take time out to discuss at least maybe 10 or 11 currency pairs as we watch out for next week trading. Like you all know, I am a no-nonsense Forex style of trader, and I combine it with price action as well, using support and resistance style. Please, this review is very critical, and I'm putting in all my best into it, and I want to assure you that as you follow me in this analysis, you are sure of having a profit in trading at the opening of the trading week. Let me thank you for being a subscriber, and if you've not subscribed, please click below this video the bell button so that you can always get notice when we upload a new technical analysis every week by the grace of God. And also, if you've not been a subscriber, please click the subscriber button. Encourage me by clicking the subscriber button, and by the grace of God, I want to appreciate you for the positive responses I have been receiving ever since I opened my YouTube channel and my Telegram platform, as well as my WhatsApp and Instagram platform. Gradually, we're growing. We're doing our best. Personally, I trade the same signal that I talk about. And for those of you who follow me on Telegram channel, you will see that from time to time I release or update or upload my outcome of my trades, and it's been very profitable. So once again, thank you, and let's go straight into the technical analysis for next week. Okay, you are welcome to the chart. As you can see on my chart, as a no-nonsense forex trader, I combine indicators. So you can see here at this juncture my resistance and my support lines, and then also you will find my Fisher, which looks like the MACD technique. It's a special indicator, and then you have my trend indicator beneath. So I'll be combining all this to be able to do my analysis, and I'll tell you what I feel like for prospectively for the week ahead. So let's start. We're starting with my selector here, the Aussie Canadian dollar. Quickly, let's see if there are opportunities there. Yes, this is the 4-hour time frame. Let me put it on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, I see opportunities here at this juncture. If I expand it a bit, first of all, we know this is a downtrend. As you can see, the higher high, the lower low, and so on, it's a downtrend. If I expand it and then we go down, you will discover also at this point that it has broken this former support level, turned resistance. It broke it up, and then at this point it didn't get up to this point. It is returning back and has broken it again. The support level has become it has broken the support level, and now it's turned resistant level just below it, and it's down, direction towards the bottom. Okay, so what do we do here? My signal is saying, number one, that we should buy here, which is in conformity with this green. But you can see here ahead of this, it has appeared red. So at this juncture, I do not think there's much you can do here, except that you could expect that you have maybe a sell stop just below this point. As you can see here, if I should put it at this point, you'll see an initial support line. So if you could get here and then break back to reverse back to the upward. So for here, I do not see much opportunity at this point, and so we'll move to the next one. But let's see our, because I also use the Ichimoku. Let me see the Ichimoku at this point on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what it has to say. The Ichimoku clearly supports a downtrend as it stands under the cloud. And under this cloud, as you can see, but it is a weak one, as you see the indicator talking about it here, but clearly it is a bearish trend. Hopefully, let me repeat, hopefully if it breaks below this resistant line and this resistant line, then we can talk about selling. So it continues, because you can see from this point here telling us into the future it is going bearish, but at this time it is weak. So let's see what happens at the, within the week. I mean the Aussie dollar Swiss francs. Let's see that. Just be patient with me, okay? All right. Now at this juncture, we can see here that it has broken this support line and has gotten to this point. My indicator is also saying there's a possibility of a reverse, but as you can see, my first, second, and third is in agreement that it is still going bearish. If we squeeze it, let's see it. So there's a possibility that you could have a retest on this point, and then it returns back downwards to resume the bearish trend. I think that is what will likely happen here. So there isn't much, here at this point, except you allow it to get to this point, and then it will now continue downwards. Let's see the Ichimoku. The Ichimoku, let's see what it has to say there. Of course, you can see here also that it's a standard side according to my indicator, and now, it's a strong sell. It's a strong sell at this point, but it's late, because we ought to have come in at this point here, just below this broken support level that has turned resistant point here. At the time the span came up here at equal length of here, would have entered, but that is already too late. So I think we will have to leave that, and let's move to others. So the Aussie Japanese yen, let's see that. The Aussie Japanese yen, please be patient, okay. The same thing with the Aussie Japanese yen. If you check here too, there's the same thing too. Still a very strong sell. This is where we ought to have come in, and so we'll move to the other. I do not think there's so you watch out for the week, and let's see what comes out of that. So the Aussie dollar New Zealand pair, let's see it. So at this juncture, okay, now it has gotten to this support line here. As you can see, there's a double support line, a very strong one. This further confirming this also at this point, although it's saying bearish, meaning there's a possibility for a continuous bearish trend. It is most likely also that it could retrace to this level and then return to resume the bearish trend. Let's see the Ichimoku, and let's at least confirm with that. Okay, at this point you would see that it just broke out. Take notes, it just broke out here on a downtrend, and you can see at the end here it is indicating that it is continuing on a downtrend, that is going bearish at this point. The circle span A is making that clear to us as a case in the future. Okay, so my advice here is very simple. Expect to go bearish. As you can see here, the confirmation of the ᴛʀᴜ Kinyoda, the Chiku span, is already out, and then in cognizance with this. So for me, I would trade this week going bearish. Yes, I would trade this week going bearish, and I would take my, take profit, watching out for 66 pips, and then my stop loss from this point to this point, or no, to this point here, that is, you can see 39 pips. I could take it up to this point exactly here on this conversion line there, and then you ride down. So that's my advice. It's a continuous bearish trend, weak at this point, but by Monday I am sure it's going to pull down, break this spot, or just a little bit to reverse, and then it will resume the bearish trend. So that is that. Let's now see, let's leave all this and go to the CHF Japanese yen. Let's see that. Remember, this is correlation. In most cases, all these pairs will appear the same. Okay. So, see, this is a good trade here, but as you can see, if we refresh, this is red, bearish, 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 but my 50 trend, my 50 MA Z trend indicator is indicating a bit of a kind of reversal to the bullish trend. Let's see the CHF JPY on the Ichimoku. Currently it is weak. I haven't tested the cloud at this point of the Kujensin. We see that both the Kujensin and the Kumo is bearish, and at this point I haven't tested it. We expect that it would break it and come down to approach this bearish resistance or turn supports at this point. What I think would happen is prepare for a possibility of going bearish this week in this pattern, because the future tells us clearly here that it is bearish as an advice for the future within the next 1 week. As you can see, far away from the candle, it's expected to still go bearish. And having come to test the cloud here, please remember you can go down up to this point. So get ready to sell. All you need to do is choose your take profit. For me, it is I'm using the ATR. My ATR talks about 73 pips as take profit and 44 pips as stop loss. Yes, 73 pips take profit and 44 pips as my stop loss. So get ready. This is clearly bearish, though weak, but for now, by the time it's Monday to Sunday, you'll find it, going down. So get ready to sell in the course of the week. So let's see also here. Let's see the Euro Swiss francs. Patient, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now this clearly started here, and it advises that it will go. Excuse me. It advises that Oh, sorry, the chart is just fully formed here at this point. Now remember, this is a support level at this point. The indicator has come out to say it's going to sell, it's going to buy, I mean. And so we watch out for what will happen this week. There's a possibility of getting up to this place, and also, like it happened here, it could also break it up to this place. It could also break this resistant line to come to take profit at this point. But let's see our Ichimoku. The Ichimoku, that's the euro, Swiss francs. Okay, like you can see, the ᴑᴜ is bearish, the Kumo is bearish, and at this point it is a weak one because it is far from the cloud. But this tells you what possibly is going to take place next week. So for me, next week I'll be ready for a strong ride to the bearish, and this is 1, 2, 3, as you can see, strongly in support of the bearish. So this is one that I will not be joking with. Yes, I will not be joking with this. So I'll be putting this in my trade for review for next week. As you can see, I'm ready to write this down. 50 pips take profit, 30 pips stop loss, and that can be tripled for throughout the whole week, pending when there's a reverse. So it could be first take profit 50 pips, second take profit 100 pips, and so on. But this is a short trade that I'll be taking this week. For such kind of trades, what I do is that I quickly come to put it here, and I write short trade or watch list. So I put it here so that I can come back to it. This looks very, very clear, a nice one. So that's that. So let's move to the next one. The Euro GBP. Let's see what the Euro GBP has for us for next week on the 4-hour time frame. Wow, this is wonderful. Well, it has resumed an uptrend, as you can see, indicating buy. This is my signal, fundamentally my entry signal, and this confirms, and this confirms, and this further confirms. And so I have two possibilities. It has already broken this point, so it is either it will move up to this point to respect this resistance here. So I could take this as take profit 1, maybe at this point, which is here. Then I'll take my second profit at this point, respecting this level here. So this is what I look out for next week. So this is a nice trade that I look out for next week. So let's see the Ichimoku Euro GBP on the Ichimoku. Okay. So you can see what I was talking about. Good. You can see it. Good. So this already tells you expect a massive move next week at this juncture. Expect a massive move. You can see the ᴑᴜ is bullish, making it clear, and this is already the conversion line on the fundamental is already clear upward, and this also further confirms, and this further confirms, and this further confirms. And so for me, it's a short trade. I am putting it a watch list 2. Sorry, I need to make it clear. Euros CHF. Let me write it clearly. Okay. Euro CHF, then Euro GBP. So these are my watch list so far that I've identified. So let's continue for next week. Let's check other ones. The Euro GPY, I'm sure it's going to be the same fashion. Like, you know, correlation takes place in the market, especially with currencies, you know, that like. So let's see. Okay. Now, there's a signal here, and this is about to, if I push it up, you will see it's already appearing, a reverse to the upward direction, but this and this still maintains a downward direction. So it's a no for my algorithm. Let me see the Ichimoku further confirm. Of course, you can see the Ichimoku talks about clearly a downward trend, but it is weak at this time because it is very far, and you can see that also the span is also very close to it. In fact, almost close to the candle at this juncture. So if the triple span is already closed, then you know the trade is already off at this time, and you can see it's already resting on this resistance on support level at this point. So let's see what happens. I will expect that it should come up to this level, around here. Once it beats this cloud here, then I'll get ready to sell if this also remains at the bottom of this cloud. And once it's at the bottom of the Kumo cloud, then I'll go bearish. As you can see, bearish, but right now it is weak. So that is that. Let's move to another one. This, the Euro NZ, and is the Euro New Zealand dollar. Let's see what that has to offer at this juncture. So, okay, wow, this is massive. I think I took this trade last week. Excuse me, I took this trade last week, and I remember I got off here. This point, it's already exhausted. I can see a bit of my indicator telling me red here, meaning the strength here is already weak, and so we expect that any moment from now it will reverse. Haven't gotten to this very strong resistance level at this juncture, so I expect that there will be a reversal to take profit 1 here, then take profit 2 here, probably come down here to take profit 3 during the week. This is one to look out for, but I will have to wait till my algorithm turns red here, meaning bearish. So let's see the Ichimoku. Euro NZD. Okay, as you can see here too, we're at the same point. You can see that the Ichimoku has already put up its own resistance here already. As it stands, it has already done that, but it claims that it is an uptrend. But the Kumo, you can see it is missed by the Kojensen is saying bullish, and so we'll have to be very careful. Let's see what happens, but certainly I won't enter into the trade because you can see the Sen here, it's already at this point, and this is a very strong line to tell you that look, this is a point where you have to be very careful with. You can see the resistance at this point. So I will wait for the conversion line to cross the fundamental, and once it has crossed it, then the truth is I won't take any trade here. except this guy, my indicators here turn red. And if at this juncture there is a signal, like my sell signal comes up here, and then if my sell signal comes up here at this point and the confirmatory indicators also turn red at this point, then I will come in. But I expect that to happen any moment from here. So once the indicator tells me sell, and fundamentally it's already at the resistance point, already exhausted, overbought zone, then I may come in around this point to ride it down to this point. Of course, you know I use the ATR, and so I could take up to here 1, second trade up to this place 2, and the third trade up to this place 3. So I'll put it as part of my watch list, the Euro New Zealand dollar, as part of my watch list. So let's see the Euro New Zealand dollar. So I'm watching out for it. Okay, watching out for it for next week. Let's see how that turns out by next week. Okay, so let's check another one, the Euro US dollar, very popular currency pair with a lot of volatility. So let's see what that has to offer, the prospect for next week. Okay, it is retesting the former support zone that has turned resistance point here. It is retesting it, and so I would expect that after retesting it, if it breaks it up to this point, it will then return back this way, because clearly this is bearish, 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 and I expect when the 3 confirmatory indicators let me know the direction. And as you can see, it is a downward trend, as you can see from here, using the lower low, higher high, higher low structure. So that is that. Let's see the Ichimoku. Let's see the Ichimoku at this point. Okay, if you look at the Ichimoku, it is a weak bearish trend right now, and the moves are simple. All we need to do is wait for this to resume into this cloud, and if it doesn't break out of the cloud, then it will return downwards, as long as the Chico span is clearly outside of the cloud. So I will wait. I expect it to move up. When it moves up to this point, close to the cloud, and once I see the sign that it is now showing a bearish candle, like 2 bearish candle or an engulfing bearish candle, then I will come into the trade, as long as the 3 of them confirms that it is going bearish. So I think I'll put this under my watch list. You know, for Euro US dollar, it is very, very volatile, and it has the potential to have fast moves in the market. So this won't take long, I can assure you that. So I'm going to add it to my watch list. The euros are really having the day for the watch list, as you can see. So the Euro US dollar has joined the watch list, and so let's see how it goes. Let's just take one more so that the video will not be too long. I'll take the GBP USD. Let's see it. Bit of patience, please. Okay, wow, this has run real good towards the bottom, and it's already approaching this support level, and I have my indicator already telling me cut it here. And so anything can happen around this zone. This is still showing bearish. One would expect that it could move up a bit, probably to retest this point and then return to break this at this juncture. But let's see what the Ichimoku advises. Let's see the Ichimoku. Now for the Ichimoku, you can see what I was talking about. It's already at the same point here. You can see the resistance already formed. Kijinsen is bearish, the Kumo is bearish. I would rather wait for it to return, because clearly the resistance is already forming here. You can see the resistance line. It would probably return back to this point, and then from here it could break it upwards, but I doubt it. It could get here, and once I see the bearish candle or golfing bearish candle taking place or occurring here, and this is in confirmation here, then I will maintain the same unique method here, plan here. So I will add that as well to the scale, to the list, so that I watch out for that during the course of the week. GPB USD. So that is that. Okay, and finally, let's see one more. Let's see the gold. I like to trade the gold and the crude. So let's see the gold. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the gold here forming up a kind of consolidation here. Certainly we'll wait out for either a breakout from here back to this point, or a breakout up to this point. That's about the gold, because as you can see, it's mixed. My indicator is clearly telling me, one, that it's about to go bearish, and this still maintains that it's consistent with the uptrend, and this is also saying consistent with the uptrend. And by my price action, it's on a consolidation. We'll wait for a breakout that would happen between Monday, Tuesday, at most on Wednesday. Let me see what my Ichimoku has got to say about that. Okay, as you can see at this juncture, good. I love this. Now it has clearly put up a support line here and a double resistance line to confirm where at maximum it will get to. Now the ᴛʀᴜ is telling us in the future it will go bullish, but the Kumo clearly it's believing that it will go bearish on the long run. First of all, you can see the Chico span is already at the same level with the price action, and you can see that the conversion line is already going beyond the fundamental, and once it crosses it, man, I think it will be coming down clearly. So let's stand aside and watch what exactly will happen. But mind you, the moment it breaks through here at this point and comes down here with the Chico span below it, I am going real hard on the gold. Clearly, the moment, just like it happened here, once the Chico span breaks below this place, and then this, also the price action breaks below this, and then the conversion line breaks below with the fundamental line, immediately I will be going hard to come down to this place to stop. So that will be that. I want to add it to my list also. The gold. So that will be that. It's okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to watch out for this week. Yes, we have 6 to watch out for this week. I do believe that you are able to pick one or two things from this analysis. I'm doing my best to ensure that you make money, and mind you, I will be trading the same currency pairs I have just discussed with you next week. It's my prayer that the pips will find your take profit level. You decide your take profit level, you decide your stop loss. But remember, you can use the ATR to do that. If you don't know how to use the ATR, you can just go to YouTube and find out videos on how to use the average true range. And also you can download apps of the ATR, and then it will help you to define where to take your profit, or use the ᴛʀᴜ to decide it. Remember, if you are selling, then for example, at this point, then your stop loss will be above. That's where the span of the Suku span ends at the top, and then whatever the distance between here and there will now be your take profit 1, and you can multiply it, take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. So what you simply need to do is move your stop loss to the next, the next take profit level, and that's how you maintain your profit till your ᴛʀᴜ span comes to touch it, or till it comes to embrace the next cloud, which is your Kumo, or when the conversion line crosses the fundamental line. It's very simple. And so I wish you all the best of trade this week. Please, why don't you subscribe? You have nothing to lose by subscribing to my YouTube. Encourage me, help me to do the best I can by subscribing to my YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is HenroidFX1. HenroidFX1. You can find me on Facebook. On Facebook, it is Forex Trading by Henry. Forex Trading by Henry. It's very simple. And please remember to encourage others who are trading the Forex market not to gamble, but to be sure they know what they are doing and trading according to the rules. Once again, thank you. I wish you the best of trading next week. My name is Henry, CEO of HenroidFX. God bless you. Bye.